I wasn't really planning on making a video tonight, but I just kind of felt like I should. I was watching ASMR Noir in a video where he's walking and he's talking and he's walking his dogs, and it just kind of hit me. I should make a video, and I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. Well, here's one thing I want to talk about. This Halloween. So, this Halloween coming up, and I'm sorry for the popping. I'm sorry for the popping, but I am going to purchase one of the screens so that it stops the pops. I'm sorry. This Halloween, I am going to do a live ASMR hangout where I will read true scary stories or near true scary stories, and I'm hoping that some of you will submit to me one of your scariest stories. It could be a creepy story that happened to you. It can be a ghost story. It could be, as long as it's something personal that happened to you. If it's too personal and you don't want to share, feel free to change the details, change names. I don't want you to put anything that's too personal out there. But if it's something that was passed on to you, something scary that happened to you, something scary that happened to a friend and they related it to you, feel free to submit those stories as well. If I get too many, I probably won't be able to read them all. And it is possible that I would have to supplement the stories by other stories that I take from Reddit. And I will, as always, I will give Redditors credit. None of the stories are mine. I do not stand to make money from this, although it has crossed my mind to try to make money doing this, but I'm just not at a place where I could dedicate that kind of attention to setting up a Patreon account and advertising and trying to get people to sponsor me. I'm not speaking against it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I just don't think it's for me right now. So I will continue to put out content. And I don't really want to get into any ethical arguments about, whatever. It is what it is. But I do this mainly because I enjoy it. And years ago, I had the opportunity to hang out on a Twitch with a very popular ASMRtist. I don't even think he's making videos anymore, or by Meridian. But he had a Twitch hangout, and I had the opportunity to join in, and the chat was just blowing up with fans, and it was blowing up with ASMR artists who dropped in. And I'm sorry to fanboy like this, but Heather Feather popped in, and she was actually looking for me, and that just got me all excited. But long story short, during that time, some of the ASMR artists, like Novastar, I was looking for a certain niche to fill within the ASMR community. Something that could be unique that I did. And if you go through my catalog of videos, you'll know that I've tried a lot of things, not necessarily trying to find a niche, but I would just get an series of videos that I did where I presented it like I was taking time to spend with you. And I kind of created a little scenario going, and people liked that. But then I read this haunting story on Reddit, and it was just so incredibly scary and creepy. It blew my mind, and I just had to read that for you guys. So I would always get myself in the dark, and I would read these scary stories, and it took me like a couple of videos to get the whole story out, because the story was so poignantly scary that I was creeping myself out, and I had to stop reading. It was just so creepy to me. It took me a while to finally get through all the stories and to get them done and to get it read. But oh my goodness, dude, it scared the living daylights out of me. I was so glad when I was finished, and then I had the audacity to sit there in the dark and read these stories. It's crazy, right? So, it is what it is. It was fun to do. I enjoyed it, but man, there were times when I creeped myself out. Went to bed and I'm laying there shaking. Oh my goodness, I hope that never happens to me. But I have a lot of respect for scary things. For instance, the point I was trying to make is I found my niche in my reading with inflection, and mainly reading scary stories. People seem to really enjoy that, and so why stop now? So, and that goes without saying. Yeah, I'm pushing my headphones back in, they keep falling out. That goes without saying. I will do other role plays. I really enjoy portraying Agwinisi. I'm constantly kicking around ideas, and I wanted to do more with Agwinisi. Sorry, my throat is starting to mess with me now that I'm talking. But I wanted to do more with Agwinisi, and I still want to do more with Agwinisi. But you guys gotta understand something. Talking with an accent that's not your own is hard. It is hard. That's what she said. I tried it, and I'm surprised I made it through the whole video talking like that, with a British accent, which I still hope that I don't offend anybody, any of my British friends. I'm not trying to offend you, but I'm just not good with accents. But I try, and I have been practicing. Probably not enough, because I still want to do more with Agwinisi, and the idea is still in my head, and it's still tumbling around. And does my voice change? Bother you guys? I don't know. But I still want to do a lot more with Agwinisi. And I have so many ideas, because Agwinisi is a healer. That's what he is. Before this apocalyptic world came to be, he studied as a doctor. He is a trained medical doctor. But somewhere between the transition from the old world to this apocalyptic world, he became a healer, and he presents himself as a healer. This is what he does. And I think that it's possible that whatever happened during that transition from society to regular society to post-apocalyptic society, something changed within him. this game are very young, in their early 20s. I'm in my 40s. I'm in my early 40s. And the only reason that I kept doing this is because of Ephemeral Riff. ER. He's about my age. We're about in the same age range. And he's doing it and he's killing it. I love his videos. So he kind of gave me the courage to keep going. And so, with your help, I've been able to kind of find myself. Because if you guys didn't like my videos and if people weren't watching, I would probably stop doing this. I have another YouTube channel, and on that channel, all I did was what I called self-therapy. All I did was rant and rave and complain about different things that happened throughout my life to me. And what I've discovered is no one cares. No one cares. But I wasn't making those videos because I wanted people to sympathize or empathize with me. I made those videos because that was me therapizing myself. That was me getting those stories out of my head so that I could calm down and relax and stop fighting and trying to win these arguments that have long passed over and over and over again. So that channel gave me the opportunity to rant and get things off my chest and to say certain things. And I met a great group of people, and some of them I'm still friends with online. And I'm sure, should I ever meet up with them, in real life, I would like to, hey, let's go out to a restaurant and chill, I would like to do that. But, speaking of going to a restaurant and chill, I am planning a trip. Next year, I would like to go and visit London, England. This is a trip that I am taking by myself. I'm going to pay the fare and I'm going to fly over. Now, if I'm going to fly over and if I'm going to be in London, which will probably be a once in a lifetime thing for me, I can't just go there and then not make any memories. So, Laura Minx 123, I would love very much to meet up with you and your fiance and sit down at a restaurant and have dinner, just talk. I know Whispers Red is over there. I know there are a lot of you ASMR artists that are over there. If I can make it there, I would love it very much to sit down and talk with you guys. Just a one-time deal. We can film it. I think it'd be great, and we could post it to YouTube. Hey, ASMR get together, just something small. It doesn't have to be anything big, but this is just me speculating here. This doesn't necessarily have to happen. I know people meet and then they get cold feet, but Puddin' Forever. He he was going around doing meet and greets, and I think he still is. He came to Seattle. When he came to Seattle, I took the time to go up there and meet him, and it was exciting getting to meet him in person. I don't know if any of you saw the video. I think I posted it on my channel, but when I saw him, because we met at the original Starbucks in Pike Place Market, I saw him and I recognized him from behind. He hadn't yet seen me, and he was surrounded by girls. This dude is like a chick magnet. So he's surrounded by girls, and they're just standing there talking. He has his camera, and I'm like, that's him. What am I gonna do? I said, okay. I took my cell phone, and I started recording. Then I walk up behind him, and I turn my back to him, and I'm recording. And then I reach back, and I slapped him on the shoulder. And then he turned around, and immediately he walks up, and he puts his face up in the camera. It was just so funny, because it was it wasn't planned. Because in my mind, I was thinking, oh, we got to do something. We got to do something. I got to plan this out. We got to do something, you know? And um, just the spontaneity of it all. It couldn't have come out any better. That was just gold. Sometimes I watch the video, I rewatch the video, and it is hilarious to me. Still to this day, the response and how natural that was. I turned around, I slapped him on his shoulder, then he turned around, then he walks up and looks at my camera. Oh my goodness. It's still exciting to me today. So, yeah. Now, I said all of that. I do want to come to London, but there are some extenuating circumstances because I'm funding the trip on my own. So I'll be saving the money and putting it together from my own pocket. I could start a GoFundMe page, but I don't know if I want to do that. I don't even know how any of that works. And I'm kind of hesitant to ask people for money. I also, when ASMR Duck and her husband was vacationing in America, they were in Seattle. They stayed in Seattle, and it was a small window. I think they were there for like a day or two. And I'm like, okay, if they're here, I've got to go and see them. I can't let this opportunity just come and pass, and then we'll be on Facebook and I'll be like, oh, I missed you guys. I wish I could have come and seen you when I had full opportunity to do so. So what I did, I just went ahead and said, forget it, I'm doing it. And so I got in my car and I drove up to Seattle and I followed their instructions. I had difficulty finding parking, and I called her and I told her I was there, and she was like, oh, they're coming down. So they came out of their hotel, and I'm standing there, and I'm on my phone, and I tried to make a video, but I couldn't read. Nothing was really coming to mind, so I couldn't think of anything. And then I had difficulty finding lighting. Being a dark-skinned man like I am, one of the biggest problems of my life when I make videos is getting lighting, because I want people to see my face. I want to be able to see my face. So I couldn't get the proper lighting, and anyway, I turn around and here they come, Joy and Callum, ASMR Duck and Mr. Duck himself. And so they walked up and she gave me a big hug and shook her husband's hand. And I'm like, okay, so where are we going to eat? And so we went to a restaurant that was right there, not even 100 yards where we were standing. We went upstairs and we went in the restaurant. We went to the bar because we had to wait for a table to open. And we sat there and we took pictures. And then we began to talk. And oh my goodness, ASMR Duck is one of the nicest persons you could ever want to meet in your life. I kid you not. How she is online, how she is when she makes her videos. When you meet her in person, I'm sorry. I'm getting kind of excited here. But when you meet her in person, she is the exact same way. Putting whispers, putting forever. He is super nice as well. He is the exact same way when you meet him online, and when you read his Facebook posts, and then you watch his videos, and how he engages with people. He's the exact same way. There's no change, and I like that. I like real, genuine people because I try to be real and genuine myself, and I hope that when people meet me in person, they realize, hey, this is how I really am. I'm not trying to put on a show. In fact, I don't know how to act. And I really hope that I didn't come off as weird to him or to ASMR Duck and to her husband. But we had a good time. conversate, and it was a good time. It made me want to go back to the restaurant, although I haven't been back. It is what it is. But having met them and just seeing how really nice and genuine they are, man, you can't beat people like that. Just real people. Real people. Here in America, at least in what is known as the black community, there's a term, and I know it's not just black Americans, they use it, other people use it too, but I've only known it from the black community, but it is what it is. But there's this term, good peoples or real peoples. It's not proper English, but the meaning behind it is gold. That means you are recognized as someone who is a good, down-to-earth person. Also, so if someone says about you that you good peoples or you real peoples, that means that you're real, down to earth. You're not a two-faced trickster. You're not a terrible person. It means just that you're good people. And so, Justin, Puddin Whispers, he's good peoples. ASMR Duck and her husband, they're good peoples. That goes without saying. I'm not saying that everybody else that I've met online and haven't met in real life, I'm not saying they aren't good peoples. But at the same time, I haven't met them in real life. I've met the three people that I've mentioned. I've actually met them. I've actually spent a little bit of time with them, and I could tell from that time that these are good people. They're good people. So I would hope that people would see me the same way. I just want to be a good person. I'm not trying to take you for a ride. I'm not trying to take advantage of you. I just want you to know, hey, I'm a good person. So I am going to do my very best to get myself to London next year. But that goes without saying. ASMR Duck invited me to New Zealand. And I'm thinking, how can I go and prepare and get myself ready to go to London and not go to New Zealand? She's gonna kill me if I don't come to New Zealand. But I would, if I had the time, if I had the money, I would like to tour the whole world. But that itch that I have, ever since I was a kid, I wanted to travel. I just wanted to be a traveler. I kind of whet that appetite when I joined the United States Marine Corps. And so the Marine Corps took me from small town South Carolina to Okinawa, Japan, halfway across the world. While I was in Japan, I traveled to Korea. I've been in international waters longer than I wanted to be, but I was there. And I managed to come back to America. I've also been out of the country to other places. I've been to Canada, which, according to my friend, Canada doesn't count. Because it's just a hop, skip, and a jump past Seattle. Vancouver, British Columbia doesn't count. Yes, it does. It's on the side of the border. I've been to Mexico, despite my commands just a group of us Marines getting together and driving down to Tijuana to go and party for the night. I've done that multiple times, but hey, they didn't catch me. Nah. But no, I wish I never went there. Not knocking the people of Tijuana. It's just the environment was just not conducive. I never should have went there. Let's just leave it at that. I never should have went there. Anyway, so I've been to Mexico. I have been to the Bahamas. I don't know what the situation is with the Bahamas. I don't know if they're technically a part of the United States or if the United States wants to be a part or whatever the deal is. I don't know. But I have been there and I really enjoyed the Bahamas. In fact, I went there as a senior in high school. That was my senior class trip. We went to the Bahamas and it was awesome. But I told myself the next time I go to a place like that, I'm gonna be married and I'm taking my wife down there and we're gonna go down there and we gonna chill. But what do you know, I never got married. Oh well. But anyway, so what I'm saying is I have been outside of the United States and it's been over 20 years since I've been out of the United States. Okay, well, if you don't count Canada, it's been a little over 20 years since I've been out of the United States. It's been about 21 years. So I've got that bug again and I have got to get out of this country. I love my country. I love America. Yes, we have a lot of idiots here. Yes, we have a lot of idiots running the country. But guess what? All the places I've been outside of America has a bunch of idiots too. So, hey, this big ball of dirt hurling through the cosmos is covered with idiots. But, hey, we're traveling together. We might as well enjoy our time while we're here. So, I would love to go to England next year. And I'm going to work towards making that happen. I've got to make that happen. But there's a lot of things that has to happen between now and then. And I'm going to do my best to make those things happen as well. So it's going to require me to work hard. It's going to require me to sacrifice. And who knows, maybe I might start a GoFundMe. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that. I just don't know if that is me. But we'll see. Anyway. Oh, so I mentioned at the beginning of this video, when I started this video, Halloween night, I am doing a live ASMR scary reading hangout. I want you to submit your stories to smilinobserver@gmail.com. I want to read your stories. And who knows? I'm gonna have to arrange this thing. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but we got a couple of months to work on that. We're gonna make it happen. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting. I want you to come and hang out with Ashley Gasly. So, if you don't know yet, I did a character a few months ago, called Ashley Gasly, where I wore the top hat and I had the face paint. I'm going to be doing the reading dressed as Ashley Gasly. And if you saw the last video, you would know that it sucked. Let's be real, that video sucked. It was just terrible. It was I was so excited about doing it, but it just didn't come out the way that I wanted it to. It was just terrible. It wasn't long enough. The story reading, it was 10 times better in my mind, but it turned out 10 times worse than it was in my mind. But, like I said, I'm not done. I got months to prepare. I'm gonna get this thing ready, and we're gonna do this thing again, and we're gonna try to make it better, and I'm gonna stop being so lazy. I was lazy excited. I was excited, but I was too lazy to write. I don't want to say lazy. That's not a fair assessment. You see, I am kind of a workaholic, but what I do at work, now that I'm a supervisor, it requires a lot of brain activity. It requires a lot of administrative things. And my boss, my old boss, left. I got a new boss. So until he was familiar with the job, I had to perform a lot of the administrative duties. Well, he's been the site supervisor for 5 months now, and I'm still doing a lot of those administrative duties still. And I am so ready for him to take over everything, but it is what it is. For right now, he's going to use me. And did you guys hear that? Oh no, I think one of my roommates is home. And you know what that means? That means disturbances, noise disturbances. But anyway, while I get the time. So anyway, long story short, I am working my brain, and when I get home, all I want to do is game. All I want to do is play. These 2 games right here. This is all I play. And I have so many others. I have Advanced Warfare. I don't even really play this as much. But then a lot of people aren't playing it as much. And then the only thing they're playing is zombies. And I'm not a big fan of playing zombies unless it's Black Ops 2. That's different. Black Ops 2 Zombies rocks. But either way, I have so many other games that I haven't played. I got Batman. This is my jam right here. Alright, this is my jam. And I gotta update the new one, but I don't want to update this one until I update my console, because right now I got a 360 and I gotta get that one. But I gotta get the Xbox One. I've got to get an Xbox One. That's plain and simple. So and I have other games. I got a little Fallout 3. I got Titanfall. But these are the games that I find interesting. You might think they're boring as all get out, but to each his own, right? But yeah, I find myself playing a lot of Call of Duty Ghosts. I find myself playing a lot of Destiny. I really enjoy Destiny. Call of Duty was acting up tonight. Just glitchy. Every time I'm trying to moving forward, moving back, and I'm like, what in the world? I tried leaving that lobby and joining another lobby, and it was just, it was terrible. So, what I did was, I stopped playing Call of Duty since their servers were acting up, and I went and I played some Destiny, and Destiny worked a little better. There was some trouble at first, and I realized it wasn't Call of Duty server. It was Xbox Live servers. So Xbox Live was having a trouble. And as you can see, I turned it off so that I could record. So, there you go. So, anyway, I have to end this because I have to go to bed. Because I have to go to work in the morning. And I want to be well rested. Because I almost crashed and killed myself yesterday. Because I was so tired. And I got like 3 energy drinks sitting in my car right now. Just to make sure that when I leave work tomorrow, I can get home alive. So, anyway. So, yeah. I'm doing the Ask Ashley thing again. I'm doing it live on Halloween night. I'm going to take that night off. I am going to request it. And they are going to give it to me. And I am going to spend that night doing some live readings, some live scary readings. And I hope I can get the opportunity to read your story. So it should be fun, and it should be exciting, and it should be wonderful, and we should all have a good time. So bring your buckets of candy, bring your Halloween costume, and join me. Join us. Join us. You ever saw that? The Evil Dead. I saw the Evil Dead back in the 80s when I was a kid. They never should have let a kid watch a movie like that, but they let me watch it. And when he finally got outside, he was standing in front of the cabin, and that face appeared and said, "Join us." I was like, oh my goodness. I was so scared. And then these are the things. See, this is the reason why I don't go and spend the night in the woods in some remote cabin up on the lake, because of scary movies like that ruining my childhood, thereby ruining my adulthood. And I read these scary stories, but I'm not gonna go and do these things for real. I'm not gonna go and get a Ouija board and have a seance. That's insane. Because I've read the stories. I'm not trying to invite no demonic presence into my home. No way, dude. No way. No, when I go to bed, the only demon that's gonna be heard in my house is me snoring. That's it. Okay. Anyway, I gotta end this. It's 9:14. The details will be flowing in as we go along. And who knows, maybe the scary reading thing will become a thing for us. And we can have a hangout and we can do it. And who knows, maybe I can get 1 or 2 of my outlaw buddies to hang out with me. We'll see. We'll see. And so, in fact, I should hit them up, and we should set it up so that we can do this scary reading, and then invite a lot of people, and then I can read these scary stories, and we can do it all in custom. I don't know. This may be something that I'll have to, do alone. So, but we'll see. So, I hope that you all have, I'm making too much noise. I hope that you all have enjoyed this video, even though all I've done was talk about things that I want to do and haven't done yet. But there's still time, and life is short, and so you should enjoy your life to the fullest. I'm not saying YOLO. I'm not saying go and do something stupid and reckless that's gonna cost you your life. I'm just saying be safe, be careful, count the cost, and enjoy your life. answer for any ill thought out decisions. So, do what's best for you, do what's best for your families, do what's best for your loved ones. And believe it or not, when you hurt yourself, if you hurt yourself, and I'm not saying that you're some kind of a person that hurts yourself, but I'm just saying, when people, even though they may not be that close to us, even though they may not be friends or family, when things happen to them, it affects us. It does. One of my coworkers had a heart attack, and luckily for her, my boss is a veteran cop, and he's been through Vietnam, he's been through Beirut, so he's the kind of guy, when things happen, he doesn't panic. And so she's laying on the ground, face turning blue, not getting any oxygen, about to die, and everybody's panicking, and the one person that was thinking in their panicking asses, does anybody know CPR? Everybody collectively went, of course they know CPR. Everybody knows CPR. But they were in such panic that nobody was willing to do what they knew. But my boss, having been a cop and having been a soldier and having been shot at and having had to deal with things like this before, he didn't panic. He went down there. He assessed the situation. He took action. He got her breathing. That woman is right now at her home alive because somebody knew what to do. So, all I'm saying is be careful. When you get hurt, it affects the rest of us. So we don't like you. That doesn't mean we want to see you get hurt. When I was in high school, there was a guy. His name was Rodney. And Rodney was a little hard to take. He was a troublemaker. He was a bully. He had no respect for personal boundaries. One time he walked up to me and he just grabbed my nipple and squeezed really hard. Who does that? So I slapped his hand away. I'm like, fool, what are you doing? Don't do that. And he had a bracelet on, and when I slapped his hand away, I broke his bracelet. Then he wanted to fight me like I did something wrong. Dude, you're the one that invaded my personal space. You're the one that laid hands on me. You had no right to do that. Alright? So, I had a problem with him. You know what? And he wasn't the kind of person that I wanted to be around. And one night, he got himself shot and killed. Murdered. You know, I felt horrendous for the guy. I felt super bad for him. You know, I didn't want to see that happen to him. I would have rather seen him turn his life around and see him become a good person. Like I've seen other people over the years turn their lives around and they have become good people. But unfortunately, that didn't happen for him. But even though he wasn't somebody that I liked, even though he wasn't somebody that I would have invited to dinner or to invite to come and hang out with me, I didn't want to see bad things happen to him. So I said that to say this. Whatever you do in life, be careful. Count the cost. And realize that what happens to you affects the rest of us. So, and also something I've been wanting to say. We crave attention. We crave validation from other people. And I want you to know, you don't need everybody's validation. You don't need me to sit here and tell you energy. I get the feeling like nobody likes me, nobody cares, but I have to stop and realize, wait a minute, it doesn't matter what everybody else thinks. What matters is what I think. So when you start to feel low, you need to start filling yourself up. Alright? You need to start pumping yourself up. You need to start encouraging yourself. You are good enough. You are wonderful. You are awesome. You are a good person. And people should be happy to have you in their lives. You're happy to have you in your life. And all those negative thoughts that starts coming through your mind, you need to start shooting them down. Bam, 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 bam. Because they're not necessarily the truth. Okay, let's say they are the truth. Either way, hey, somebody may think I'm an idiot, but you know what? I'm not going to let what they think stop me from being a good person. Somebody is going to think I'm a good person because I'm going to be a good person. And that's regardless of what everybody thinks. Because I can tell you, there are people who, as far as they're concerned, Smilin Observer is a loser. Well, I don't care what they think. Okay, I do care what they think. And I hate the fact that I care what they think. But I'm not going to let what they think affect me. They can think what they want. I'm going to go and I'm going to be awesome to somebody else. And if I have to be awesome to myself, then so be it. Alright, so you keep looking up. Realize something. I love you. I care about you. I want the best for you. And so do the rest of us. Regardless of whatever happened in the past, it doesn't matter. Alright? You're awesome. You can do this. You have the power and the strength to rise up. So, get back on that horse.